Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Since fall will be here soon and I cannot wait. I thought I'd make a spice cake today with cream cheese frosting. So, get out a pen and a paper and write this down. This is the ingredients that you're going to need to make the cake. So, I have 2.5 cups of sifted cake flour. Okay. We have 1 cup of white granulated sugar, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder. There's 1/4 teaspoon of salt in the flour already. I put that in earlier. I have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon combined with 1/4 teaspoon of cloves and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. I have 1/3 cup of molasses, 2 eggs, 1 stick of butter at room temperature, so softened, or 1/2 cup if you're using margarine or butter from a tub, and then 1 cup of whole milk. So the first thing I'm going to do is put all my dry ingredients in. So this is my 2.5 cups of cake flour with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm adding in my 1 cup of sugar and my 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. And it goes. Now I'm just going to get a spoon and stir those dry ingredients together right quick. Like so. Smells good already. I have a 9x13 here that I have already prepared with nonstick spray, so that I'm going to leave it in my pan. Put our butter in. It's really soft. It's sitting out here for about 30 minutes. And I have my oven preheated to 375 degrees. Once we put our cake in, we will bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes until a toothpick inserted comes out clean. Put our molasses in. I like cakes like this using the all-in-one method because they're a lot simpler than having to do a bunch of different steps. So when you just want something yummy for fall, and this makes a good holiday cake, you can do a method like this to have a nice cozy spice cake. And here goes the milk, 1 cup. All right, now we're just going to mix this all together. That you do it a little bit slow so you don't fling flour out everywhere when you turn it on. So you just want to make sure it's combined really well. You can also do this cake in 2 round tins if you want to make a layer cake with it. That's fine. I'm just making a simple cake in a 9x13 today. Well combined. You don't want to over mix, and just keep mixing and mixing once it's combined, because that's what makes your cakes more tougher. So you don't want to do that. Now pour it into our pan, and my oven already preheated. You probably heard the little beeper go off a while ago. just gonna spread it out evenly in here. Pushing it gently in all four corners like so. Once you do that, you can give it a shake just to make sure it's in there even and no air bubbles are in there. Then stick it in. Your oven is already heated. Set your timer for 25 minutes and you'll check it. And if it's not ready, you'll give it 5 more minutes and see how it is then. So we'll be back in a few minutes. All right, y'all. Our cake is done and we let it cool down. It only took 25 minutes. So now we're gonna make our cream cheese frosting and ice it. So for the cream cheese frosting, what you're gonna need is 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened at room temperature, a half of a stick of butter softened at room temperature. We'll need this is a 32-ounce bag and I need half of it, so 16 ounces of the bag, or if you buy powdered sugar in the box, you can just put 1 whole box in. We'll use a teaspoon of vanilla and just a little bit of milk till we get the consistency that we need it, about 2 or 3 tablespoons typically. First thing we do is we're going to cream our cream cheese and butter. And what if I plug in my mixer? So just cream the butter and the cream cheese together like so. Nice and smooth. Now, put our powdered sugar in. And I just sort of get it even, and then I feel where it's about halfway, like so. And squeeze it and put it in there. I'll go ahead and put my 1 teaspoon of vanilla in. And you can buy the store-made, store-bought kind of cream cheese frosting if you want to. I just always have cream cheese at home, so I just use that a lot. And then just a little touch of milk to start. And then we'll see what the consistency is, and if we want to add some more milk to get it the right consistency, we will. It starts to combine. You can use a stand mixer if you want. Just when I make these all-in-one cakes with frosting, I usually just use my hand mixer because it's just simpler to clean up after. I use my stand mixer a lot for breads and cookie dough and egg whites and things like that. So that looks good. I don't think I need any more milk. It's going to be just the right spreading consistency. She is. So now we'll put it on our cake and spread it out. I let it cool for probably 20 minutes or so on a wire rack. I'm leaving it in the pan, in the cake pan. If you have one of these cake knives, it's a little bit easier to ice it sometimes because it has kind of like that almost L shape. It's not quite L shape, but it's similar than using a regular knife. Spread it evenly out over your cake. If you like a lot of frosting and you're going to use the store-bought frosting, on a cake. Sometimes it's better if you have 2 of them, because that way you can make sure that you get plenty and your layer of your frosting isn't too thin on your cake. And if you like just a little bit, then just use 1. It is done. Now, put all this away and then we'll give it a try and see how delicious it turned out. Gonna do a small piece right now. Let's see how it is. That's perfect. If y'all liked my video making homemade fall spice cake with cream cheese frosting, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Please go back and watch my other videos. And we really appreciate you guys watching. We'll see y'all next time here in Nini's Texas Kitchen.